Let me see, how much time do we have? We have one cheese today that we're going to make that takes all day to make. But I wanted to show you at least part of the process, so I already started it. When that timer goes off, if I stop abruptly, that's why. It's because I already started this cheese, and we're going to just, when it's ready, we're going to kind of pause, do a little cheese making, and then we're going to come back to talking about goats. Okay? So I can show you that process. And then when we're done with the goat part, we have two other cheeses that we're going to make today. All right? And I'll explain more about the cheese making and the types of cheeses we're going to do today when we get to that section. But I do want to talk about goats. And this is part of the reason why I want you all to know, even for those of you that say that you're not interested in a goat, so I do want you to consider something, and I don't mean to get political, so please take this with the right attitude. Although this is a very free country, there are a lot of things that aren't free here. And you really are not free to choose the food that you eat. Because many people believe that raw dairy is better for you than pasteurized dairy. But you're not allowed to buy raw dairy labeled for human consumption. I'm allowed to sell my cheeses and my milk and my yogurt and my kefir, but the only license they'll allow me to have, because I believe in raw dairy, is a feed license that requires me to label it for animal consumption only. Okay? I do have some of those products available today, but I do want you to be aware of the fact that they are, like I said, they're made from raw dairy. They're made in my own kitchen. I am not regulated one iota. Nobody checks my milk. Nobody tests my milk. Nobody comes and checks my kitchen. Okay? There are a lot of farms around here that sell milk this way. It does make me nervous because I think some people don't take care of their product. Okay? And I'm not going to say one way or the other. But I just want you to be aware that there are concerns with it. I do wish there was a little bit of regulation for us, but I do wish there was a way for us to sell raw dairy, because the only way they will let me sell this product without that for animal consumption label is if I am a grade A dairy and I have to pasteurize it. Okay? That's the only way. There's no way in the United States of America. Maybe there's a couple of states now. There's a couple of states, I think, that allow it. Pennsylvania, but you can't cross state lines. There's a couple of states that do allow it, which is another weird thing to me. Okay, I'm allowed to buy raw milk if I live here, but I'm not allowed to buy raw milk if I live across this line. But whatever, we do what we can. So, why am I telling you this? If you really want good food that you have power over, I'm sorry, but you have to raise it yourself. So I want to tell you about goats because I want you to know that I've learned a lot about goats in the last 6 years that I've been raising them. And it really is possible for anyone to do it. And it is my personal goal to spread the word that just like almost every person in their life at one point had a dog, I honestly, genuinely feel that everyone at some point in their life should have a goat. I really do. Goats are incredibly smart.
They are cool.
Goats can be just livestock. If you want to throw them out in a field, now you still have to care for them, obviously, and you have to check on them daily. You got to make sure they have their hay. You got to trim their hooves. You got to make sure they're wormed, all that good stuff. But in general, your goats don't have to be friendly and they don't have to be smart. But I'm the kind of person that likes my animals to be friendly and smart. And if you have met them, you will see already. I have a little story to tell you later about Iris, because you will be surprised. Did anyone meet? There's a little bit bigger one who's a little bit louder. And then there's a little bit smaller one, and the smaller one is the daughter, and that's Iris. Wildflower's the mama, and Iris is the daughter. And I've had those goats actually only for a year. I got them from a breeder in Tennessee. And goats are very, very trainable, and they could be a beloved pet as beloved as a dog. Okay, and I know there's a lot of dog lovers in the U.S. of A., and I am a dog lover too.